Welcome to Chroma Celebs. I'm Rose, bringing you the latest shocking updates on Sister Wives. Unexpected twists, emotional moments, and unbelievable drama. Stay tuned till the end. The Sister Wives saga is far from over, and this time, Christine Brown Woolley may have accidentally blown the lid off a major secret Kody Brown's been sitting on. A new leak tied to her upcoming book has sparked a wildfire of speculation, centering on an eye-popping figure, $100,000 in back child support. If it's true, Kody might be facing a legal and reputational mess that's long overdue. A polygamous tangle with real-life consequences. For years, fans watched as Kody navigated life with 4 wives: Mary, Janelle, Christine, and later Robin. But when it came to responsibilities, not everything was evenly split. Legally married only to Mary until 2014, Kody divorced her to marry Robin and adopt her children. That left women like Christine and Janelle largely on their own when it came to their kids' healthcare and financial support. Christine, who has 6 children with Kody, was never backed by legal paperwork tying Kody to their youngest daughter, Truly. So when Christine moved from Flagstaff to Utah in 2021, bringing Truly with her, the transition came without the security of child support. That changed in September 2024 when she filed a formal lawsuit against Kody, demanding financial responsibility. Since he wasn't listed on Truly's birth certificate, a paternity test was part of the process. The leak that changed everything. While Christine has largely stayed composed in public, fans caught wind of something big when a blurry snapshot of a page from her upcoming book made the rounds online. The image was unclear, but one number stood out in bold: $100,000. The implication? That's how much Kody reportedly owes her in unpaid support. And the leak couldn't have come at a worse time for him. Witnesses say he was at an airport when the page surfaced, clearly agitated and muttering about needing to control the narrative. Kody's reaction echoed a pattern viewers have seen before. When Christine first announced she was leaving with Truly, Kody tried using scare tactics, suggesting the state would take their daughter if she left. He added a whole lot of lies to get his way, the show revealed. But it didn't work then, and this new twist suggests Christine is still calling her own shots. Fans aren't surprised, and they're not sympathetic. This revelation doesn't exactly come as a shock to longtime followers of the Brown family. Many recall how, during one of the show's early seasons, Truly was rushed to the hospital in a serious emergency. Without insurance, because Kody hadn't ensured his name was legally connected, Christine was left holding a staggering $450,000 medical bill. So the idea that Kody now owes Christine 6 figures isn't hard for fans to believe. Some even chimed in online with takes like, "Christine better use her lawyers to make Kody pay. Because he's never gonna pay on his own." Kody, who has been spending the family money on Robin and himself for 14 years, has the nerve to say he doesn't trust Christine. The hypocrisy hasn't gone unnoticed. Kody has repeatedly said he doesn't trust his ex-wives and fears what they are capable of, yet he seems blind to his own pattern of neglect and manipulation. Christine's new chapter and a quiet win? Despite the drama, Christine appears to be thriving. Her marriage to David Woolley has given her a new sense of joy and stability, far removed from the chaos of her past. Ironically, the leak may end up working in her favor, boosting pre-orders for her book and putting her squarely in the public's good graces. As one fan noted, this might just be the payday Christine deserves, whether it's from court or the bestseller list. One thing is clear: while Kody Brown may be trying to control the narrative, Christine is writing her own, and this time she's in charge of the final edit. Did Christine Brown just reveal the massive child support Kody owes? Christine Brown, once the 3rd wife in the now infamous Brown family from the hit reality series Sister Wives, has been reclaiming her power in more ways than one since leaving her plural marriage to Kody Brown. While fans have followed Christine's path to personal healing, remarriage, and a renewed sense of self-worth, a new twist in her post-divorce journey has reignited public interest. Speculation is swirling that Christine has just revealed an eye-watering amount of unpaid child support that Kody may owe her. If the rumors and fan interpretations of her recent revelations are correct, the figure could be as high as $100,000. This alleged amount has sent shockwaves through the Sister Wives fandom and raised serious questions about Kody's financial responsibilities toward the children he fathered and the women he left behind. The revelation didn't come during a court appearance or a formal press release, but through a leaked page from Christine's upcoming memoir, which eagle-eyed fans claim shows a handwritten figure amounting to $100,000. Though the page itself has not been publicly verified by official sources, it has set social media ablaze. Some fans believe Christine finally feels safe and empowered enough to speak her truth, while others see this as her strategic response to years of financial abandonment. What is clear is that Christine has never been one to use her platform irresponsibly. If she is referencing back child support, she must believe the truth is long overdue. Christine's daughter, Truly, whom she shares with Kody, has become a symbol of the quiet sacrifices many mothers make. When Christine moved from Arizona to Utah following her separation, she took full responsibility for Truly's care. She was vocal about the emotional and financial toll it took on her, even disclosing in past interviews that she was alone during a time when her daughter had a serious health scare and required hospitalization. Christine revealed at one point that she was left to pay over $400,000 in medical bills, an astronomical sum for a single mother who was only recently reclaiming her financial independence. With Kody's name reportedly not listed on Truly's birth certificate, he held no legal obligations, yet morally fans argue he owed far more. This conversation is not merely about a financial debt. It is about emotional responsibility, about decades of promises made within the framework of a non-traditional family that now lies fractured. Christine's recent disclosure, even if subtle or unintentional, has reignited debate about Kody Brown's commitment to his family. While he once claimed to love each of his wives and children equally, critics argue that since his monogamous turn toward Robyn Brown, the remaining family has become increasingly marginalized. The alleged unpaid child support only reinforces what many fans believe, that Kody has emotionally and financially checked out from his other familial ties. Christine's journey since leaving Kody has been nothing short of inspiring. She has remarried, moved to Utah, launched a thriving career, and appeared to find true happiness outside the shadows of plural marriage. But her willingness to speak out about these difficult topics suggests she is still very much tethered to the past, particularly when it comes to justice for her children. Whether she aims to hold Kody accountable in a court of law or in the court of public opinion, Christine is once again stepping into the spotlight to demand recognition, not just for herself but for her daughter and every other member of the Brown family who may have been left behind. While fans speculate about the nature of the $100,000 figure, many are turning to Christine's own words from previous seasons of Sister Wives. Viewers recall her tearful admissions of feeling unloved, unsupported, and left out, especially during family decisions that often favored Robyn and her children. In one episode, Christine shared that she had long accepted that Kody's interest and resources were divided unfairly. She noted that financial contributions from Kody often prioritized Robyn's household. Her claims were backed by other wives like Janelle, who also hinted at an unbalanced distribution of emotional and financial support. Public response to the alleged child support bombshell has been swift and overwhelmingly supportive of Christine. On various fan forums and social media platforms, thousands have chimed in to express solidarity. Many argue that Christine's financial burdens post-separation should never have existed in the first place. They see her actions as brave and overdue, a mother standing up against a man who seemed to have abandoned his duties. Some fans have pointed out that Christine waited a long time before making such a revelation, and they admire her for speaking now when her voice can carry the most weight. Kody, on the other hand, remains mostly silent. His few public appearances have focused on promoting new projects and spending time with Robyn and their children. If he has responded to the $100,000 child support claim, it has been done indirectly or through evasive language. This silence is nothing new. In past episodes of Sister Wives, he has often deflected questions about money, responsibilities, and fairness among the wives. His apparent refusal to engage with these claims has only fueled the public's perception that he has something to hide. If the alleged child support is ever brought into a legal setting, the implications could be wide-reaching. While child support calculations vary based on custody arrangements, income levels, and other personal factors, a judge could very well examine the full extent of Kody's financial involvement or lack thereof since Christine moved away. Should the court agree with Christine's interpretation of financial neglect, Kody may not only owe back payments but could also face consequences that tarnish his public image further. Already, many fans feel his reputation has been irrevocably damaged. There's also the matter of how this impacts the broader Brown family dynamic. Christine's bravery may encourage other wives, former or current, to speak their truths. Meri, the first wife, has often remained tight-lipped but showed signs of discontent in recent social media posts. Janelle, too, has distanced herself from Kody and spoken candidly about the emotional abuse she suffered. If Christine's revelations open the floodgates, we may see an avalanche of truths that Kody is not prepared to face. For now, Christine stands firm, showing that her past no longer controls her narrative. She is a woman transformed, and her recent disclosure, whether deliberate or accidental, sends a message that cannot be ignored. Financial accountability matters, especially when children are involved. As more information emerges, one thing is certain: Christine is not afraid to speak, and the world is finally ready to listen. The timing of this revelation, intentional or not, comes at a pivotal moment in Christine's journey. As she redefines her life alongside her new husband, David Woolley, and nurtures the bond she shares with Truly, Christine's decision to confront the past feels like the natural next step in her evolution. She's no longer the woman who stood quietly by while others made decisions for her. She's no longer the mother hoping Kody would see her child as deserving of equal love and resources. She's now a voice of change, using her story to shed light on the hidden realities of life inside a polygamous family unraveling in the public eye. This moment may mark a turning point in how society views plural marriage, shared responsibility, and the rights of women and children in complex family structures. Christine's actions could influence more than her immediate situation. They could push legal and cultural conversations toward fairness and protection. While she walks forward into her new chapter, the echoes of the past are still with her. But now they are tools of empowerment, not chains of silence. Christine Brown is done staying quiet. If Kody Brown truly does owe the massive child support sum rumored to be $100,000, the days of sweeping such truths under the rug are officially over. The world is watching. And this time, Christine has the power. Sister Wives star Meri Brown talks love, standards, and chivalry in new post. In a world where reality TV often blurs the line between authentic vulnerability and performative drama, Meri Brown of Sister Wives continues to distinguish herself by using her personal platforms to open up about emotional strength, self-worth, and her evolving understanding of love. Her latest post is no exception. In what fans are calling one of her most powerful and introspective messages yet, Meri discusses the themes of love, personal standards, and old-school chivalry, without directly calling out anyone, but with words that clearly echo her personal journey with ex-husband Kody Brown. Meri's journey from being the first wife in a plural marriage to standing solo as an independent woman has been nothing short of transformative. While many fans were once frustrated by her loyalty to a deteriorating relationship, the Meri of today is no longer the woman who stood in the shadows. Her social media posts have become beacons of inspiration for followers who resonate with themes of growth, betrayal, endurance, and ultimately empowerment. In her latest post, she touches on the universal longing for love and respect, while making it clear that she's no longer willing to settle for anything less than what she deserves. When Meri Brown speaks of love, she isn't talking about the fluffy, fairytale notion that often gets romanticized. She speaks of love that uplifts rather than suppresses, love that heals rather than wounds, and love that doesn't come with a set of hidden conditions or unequal treatment. Fans who have watched her stoic presence on Sister Wives know that Meri's ideas about love have been forged in fire. From being publicly cast aside by Kody to facing heartbreak on national television, Meri's experiences have shaped a love language that now centers on mutual respect, equality, and authenticity. In this post, she makes it clear that love without respect is simply not love at all. There's a certain poetic justice in how Meri now speaks with such confidence about her standards. These aren't just random preferences or surface-level expectations. They are battle-tested boundaries drawn from years of emotional labor and unreciprocated efforts in a marriage that dwindled from intimate partnership to mere legal formality before it was finally dissolved. Her words reflect an inner resilience, one that has matured with the hard-earned wisdom of hindsight. When Mary talks about standards now, it's evident that they are non-negotiable. She writes about not wanting to waste her time on people who can't meet her where she stands emotionally and mentally. She emphasizes the importance of being treated with kindness, honesty, and respect, not just in romantic relationships but in friendships, family connections, and everyday interactions. The words are soft yet resolute, the kind that make readers reflect on their own boundaries and choices. Perhaps the most striking part of her post is her commentary on chivalry. In a world where chivalry is often misunderstood or dismissed as outdated, Mary presents it in a refreshing context. To her, chivalry isn't about a man opening doors or paying for dinner. It's about genuine consideration, attentiveness, and an understanding that love must come with action, not just words. She talks about how true chivalry involves being present, caring deeply, and showing that someone else's heart is not just held but honored. Mary's idea of chivalry defies stereotypes. She doesn't frame it as a man's responsibility, but rather as a quality that should exist in any person who chooses to love another. It's about taking the time to show up, about consistency in action, about emotional reliability. It's not about grand gestures that vanish after the honeymoon phase. It's about the quiet, daily choices that demonstrate devotion and honor. Many fans have interpreted the post as a subtle dig at Kody Brown, whose treatment of Mary on Sister Wives has often come under fire. In the last few seasons, viewers watched as Mary desperately tried to repair a bond that Kody publicly admitted was long gone. His refusal to spend time with her, his cold dismissals, and his often callous words stood in stark contrast to Mary's persistent hope and loyalty. Now that she's finally walked away, it seems she's not only found her voice, but she's using it to reclaim her value in the most empowering way. Even as she refrains from naming names, the subtext is crystal clear. This is a woman who has learned the cost of loving someone who does not see her. This is a woman who knows what it feels like to be sidelined, to be made to feel like she's not enough, and to finally realize that it's not about her shortcomings but about someone else's inability to appreciate her worth. Her new post is an ode to all women who've ever been made to feel small in the name of love. What makes Mary's post even more compelling is the community that continues to grow around her. Thousands of fans flooded the comments with messages of solidarity, sharing their own stories of heartbreak, betrayal, and eventual healing. They see Mary not just as a reality star, but as a symbol of quiet courage. Her words resonate because they are grounded in real, relatable pain, and also in the triumph of rising from it. Mary's story is no longer just about her place within a broken plural marriage. It's about how a woman redefines herself after years of emotional suppression. It's about how she decides that she no longer has to compete for affection or lower her standards just to be chosen. Her post serves as a declaration that being alone is far better than being with someone who fails to love her properly. There's a distinct tone of hope in her message too. While it's deeply reflective and at times heartbreaking, it's also a testament to Mary's belief that the right kind of love still exists. She makes it clear that she hasn't closed herself off to love entirely. She's simply waiting for the kind that honors her rather than diminishes her. She refuses to tolerate anything less than deep, reciprocal, and respectful love. Her emphasis on personal standards suggests a newfound clarity. She no longer seeks validation through someone else's affection. Instead, she's anchored in self-love and emotional clarity. She knows who she is and what she brings to the table, and she refuses to allow anyone into her life who doesn't recognize and reciprocate that. That kind of clarity is rare, and that's exactly why it resonates so powerfully with those who read her words. As fans continue to dissect the layers of meaning behind her post, one thing is clear: Mary